the message is punish bad behavior. It's not asking for too much. Okay, then to our last but not least story. You know, it is not uncommon for governments to engage in a generous bestowal of largesse in critical times, more so food items. The federal government has dispatched 20 trucks of rice to each of the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Abuja. Now, the move is part of measures to mitigate the food crisis and the economic burdens of Nigerians. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, disclosed this to State House correspondents after a meeting at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. State governors are prevailed upon to ensure an equitable distribution of the largesse to those who need the largesse the most. Each truck contains 1,225 kilogram bags of rice each. So let's tell you that equity means everyone gets the things they deserve. Let's share the story by our man, Femi Akonde. Let's go there.
Another intervention from President Bola Tinubu's administration to mitigate the effects of the prevailing food crisis and complement the implementation of other policies deliberately formulated by government to ensure food security and push down rising prices.
Boosting our own capacity to produce food, not just for our domestic consumption, but also possibly for export. And government will continue to do that. We know that this will not solve the problem entirely, but this is a necessary first step that it has taken, and government will continue to do that. And you can see the speed with which the federal government has ensured that this is done. Now, what we want to say is the federal government also wants to appeal to the subnationals to ensure effective distribution of these food items so that those that are most vulnerable have access to this commodity. That is the principle behind this thinking originally.
The committee of the Presidential CNG initiative was directed to expedite the rollout of the project intended to reduce the harsh impact of the removal of subsidy on Nigerians and also ensure the cost of public transportation is defrayed.
Government will follow every process to ensure that this promise made by Mr. President is not just being fulfilled, but is also ramped up. And the federal government will deepen that. Of course, that is the direction that the world is going. CNG is not only cheaper, it is also cleaner and less harmful to the environment.
Today's Federal Executive Council meeting seems to be basically about deliberations on quicker and sustainable ways to improve the lives and livelihood of citizens. The federal government is under increasing pressure from Nigerians groaning under the impact of reforms introduced to revamp the economy. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
Many thanks, Femi. Inka, one striking thing about this gesture is that the meeting, FEC meeting, held on a Monday.
Yes. It's a good one to set agenda for the week, I suppose. And that's a very nice one, and at least going away from the normal Wednesday thing. I think since President Tinubu came in, it has always been a Monday thing, if the FEC is going to hold. But for me, the honesty of the Minister of Information is what I love. I want to quote him. He said, "We know this won't solve the problem entirely." And agreeing that, yes, it won't solve the problem entirely, and it's a stopgap measure, fine. Now, the ball is now in the court of the state governor. You have 20 truckloads of this.
24,000.
We really want to know what is the measure. How do you want to make sure this gets to people. It is for all Nigerians.
People who need them.
Yes. It is for all people who need them. Not party members, not chorus singers and all those.
Yeah. Chorus boys.
Exactly. So the governors, before by the time they take delivery of this, must make sure that this thing is monitored. Not a situation where it will get to some people and then they will stack it in their warehouse and wait for...
And labor for December. And
exactly. So, as a stopgap measure, fine, but that, to me, is also means that the governors are being challenged. Because what the federal government will say now is that we have done our part.
Yeah.
You governors and the local government chairman, what way do you want to share it?
It is now appealing to the humanity in each governor.
In each of them.
Yeah.
To make sure that this thing does not, no snake swallows all this.
Today, but what our brother is saying is simply like a former American...
that can take naira.
A former American president said, it was crisis time in America, and he said, we don't need a Republican answer or a Democratic answer. We need an American answer to an American problem. So we don't need a PDP answer, APC, ABDA, or Labour. We need a Nigerian answer to a Nigerian problem.
I think, like the minister honestly said, the thing is meant for the most vulnerable Nigerians. And by my own calculation, it means each of the 36 states will get 24,000 bags of rice. 24,000 bags of rice, minus the Federal Capital Territory. It also means that each of the states, you know the list of local governments you have. You know there's a little poverty index people in each state of Nigeria. Because they marked some houses on my street, and I know they did not visit my house. But they put it there. They know them.
You did for Bande now?
No, I know they for Bande. I did for Bansi. You'll be surprised. I did for Bandi, Papa. You see, the problem is that it should not take us with sincerity on the part of government. I think the ball has not been played into the hands of the government. If the governors are sincere, like Governor Makinde said, that it's a challenge for them, let them now pass the buck. So they should not take it to the state capital or federal secretariats or national. Let them take it to the local government headquarters. And the local government chairman. Thank God we now have a local government system. Let people begin to identify who is their councillor. A lot of people, if you ask me now, sincerely, I don't know the name of my councillor. I don't even know the name of my House of Assemblyman until those people who demonstrated last week in Okearu and call out the name of the councillor, the name of the House of Assembly, House of Rep and Senator. Because this thing is about the people. The governors have it in their mind that, including those people who have dissolved local government councils, who appointed caretaker committees, who are their errand boys, they should now know that the president has passed the buck. And this is the third time the Yoruba leaders visited the president 1 month ago. He told them that they should go and ask their governors what they are doing with all the help they have been giving them. The Arewa leaders visited the president. He told them the same thing, that the level of poverty is intolerable, that they should go and ask their governors.
And there was this reminder that states are getting more.
They are getting more now.
Federation posts.
Let me, for example, I know one state in the Southwest, they used to get 3 billion before the removal of petrol subsidy. They are now getting 5 billion every month. That is 2 billion extra. Assuming that you are spending that money to pay tax or some other thing, this 2 billion extra should be funneled into the system that will produce itself. Let us revive like the Southwest now, we have 20 farm settlements that were created in 1955 and 1960. Let us revive them and begin that, because that one is a palliative. This one is just a palliative.
Inka, the one Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo did last week. You know, we featured the farm, what he's doing.
Fashola farm.
And then of course, Kogi governor also is going into an aggressive agriculture.
Because this rice thing is just for 3 months. In 3 months time, the whole thing will be finished. So let our governors put on its cap. I know they are thinking, and I know that they love their people. But let them be realistic this time around and not pursue esoteric projects.
That usually is the problem. Because most of these governors embark on esoteric projects that have little or no impact on the common man. Now, if, as he has said, all the farm settlements are revived, why do we have graduates of agric economics, graduates of agric and all those things and so on? We have universities of agriculture and they can't own farms. What is the problem? See, all these things, they need to sit down and talk to all these people and show them that they are really serious. Because it is not to set up this thing that matters, but are you ready to fund it? People are moving into the cities because the city is where they think life is. But if we have a system where the farmland, you have good roads there that leads there and almost everything is there. We have always been talking about solar. Nigeria has abundant solar energy. So why don't
there's sun energy.
That's what I mean. So why don't we focus on it and develop it and then have this? I know that in the 70s, 80s, we have farm settlements. People go there during the week, and then by weekend, they come into the town. And then by the beginning of the week, they go back. And they have almost everything you need there.
It is a home away from home.
Exactly. So why don't we do that? Why don't we? Because all these things that we are talking about, we don't need any big project to achieve all these things. If you have a graduate who says he wants to farm, if you can give him a piece of land and you can assist him with tractor or whatever he needs, if it is poultry, you can assist them, we will have a situation where we have an abundance of this. This is what happens everywhere. Why is Israel
as small as they are,
desert country?
Desert. Why is it that
they farm year round?
Yes, all year round. So why are we that?
And it is not magic.
When we were young in the north, I know we have people who farm all year round. By the riverside, they have this. They dip it into the river and they make road and then irrigation system. Then you funnel into the farm. Why do we abandon all that?
Okay.
Technology has made it easier for us now.
Remember, the 52nd governor of New York State in America said politicians will campaign in poetry and govern in prose. So it is happening here.
Yes. Yes.
And prose and poetry are styles, but there are two different styles.
Of course,
styles entirely. Poetry comes from emotion.
Flowery language.
Emotion.
Prose is more direct.
Exactly. So, and that is the problem. Because when they want to get there, they will tell you what they want to do. By the time they get there, they've forgotten
something else.
It's something else. So our challenge to them is that we should not pay lip service to all these things. It is lip service to the Southwest governors who have vowed now that they want to pursue agriculture. What have they done? Is it that after that meeting, has anything happened? Has anything positive happened? We need to know.
All right, gentlemen, we must go. They say problem no they finish.
Yes.
But again, I wish the governors well.
We wish them well
because they can.
It is when they do well that will be good.
And they have to know that the head of the constituent states that make up Nigeria is the head of Nigeria as a country.
All right, we must go. The index finger of the producer is asking us to apply the brakes here. But not before thanking Dr. Yinka Oyegbile for your time.
Thank you very much.
And Tunde Abaton for your time too.
Next time, ask Ojogbon to eat so people can know it's an Ojogbon.
All right, folks, that will just about do it for the program today. If you missed any part of this edition, not to worry. Later tonight at 11 o'clock, there's a repeat broadcast. But as we always remind you, on Sunday, we expand the fare for you 2 hours from between 1:30 and 3:30 in the afternoon. Just to remind you as well that we are also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye now.